Hello, this is Tim Daniels, and this is my labor of love. This is a custom-built 23-foot John boat from Weldbuilt. The lights that you see underneath here are a combination of AC and DC lights. All lights basically have their own individual switches. They're also broken up into separate circuits as well. So it basically allows me to really customize which lights are on when. The AC lights are Viugreum's 6th gen. The DC lights are from Arrow LED and are the 100 watt halo version. On top of the deck here, you'll see my fancy-dancy koozies, which are little gator heads, and my Minn Kota Altera 112-pound thrust 36-volt DC trolling motor, which I typically use right now with a handheld control. The rest of the boat here, you can see how I've got some rubber mats in there. Those things are absolutely fantastic. I have 2 ladders on the boat. They're from Extreme. They're 4-step aluminum ladders. Top here you're going to see some track. It's from 80/20 and it's a T-slotted track, which allows me to add on additional lighting. Right now I'm using some 150 to 250 watt Viugreums. I have plans also to test out some more high pressure sodiums. In my bow rack up here, I have a system which allows you to separate bows, bungee cord them down, and then tubes to the side, which allows you to carry gaffs and additional spears. Back at the center console here, I put in another fuse box, and it has a series of rocker switches and also a main circuit breaker. Everything here is controlled for my 12-volt system. What I have back here is a set of 12-volt UPS batteries. They are very large 12-volt batteries. I use this to power my inverter that's under the deck. I also have a separate circuit breaker and a voltage monitor in this. I have to use a 7-phase 20-amp charger to charge these batteries. I have not had any luck with the Minn Kota chargers and charging a battery this size. Okay, back here we have 3 Duracell Group 31 glass mats and a Minn Kota 3-bank 15-amp charger. I also have a service disconnect here and also a voltage monitor. This system has worked out really well for me in the past. I've used this in my previous system. These batteries are a best buy. You can get these things for under $200 and much closer to $175 each. There's a place called VLYNX Batteries or something along that lines. That's where I buy these service disconnect breakers, also the 20-amp chargers. Up here, what I'm using is a 12-volt SeaFlo pump and a 2-gallon bladder tank. I use a check valve or also / a foot valve. Since this video, I've actually rewired this and reconfigured it once to basically tie it down to the inside of the box. Underneath the shooting platform here, what you're going to see is my inverter. This is an inverter I found on eBay. It claims to be like a 5,000 watt inverter. The reality is it has about a 2,000 watt working strength, and it's a pure sine wave inverter. This works out really well. I like this thing. It wasn't terribly expensive, and it has a lot of options that you can really work with. All the power ends up getting routed through 8 rocker switches above here, and 4 of which are the red, which are the DC current, and the green ones are the AC current. At night, if so choose, I can light up some LEDs underneath the deck to see what I need down there, which I never use. Well, here's some of my nighttime footage, and I've even changed this around since I've done the video on this, and I'll probably update it at the end. But here's some of the stringer lights that are solar powered. The light that you'll see me clicking on here in a second, I believe, is a 10-watt Viugreum DC light. These are available, very inexpensive. I'm also putting a piece of yellow film over that to help bring it down a tone or two. This is when I'm turning the power on to my inverter, and then from that you'll see the rocker switches up front, and I'll start turning on different banks that are wired to those. I really love these switches. Just really easy to see. You know, off, on. Right now they are off, but real easy to see. Again, the red ones are the DC, green ones are AC. Alright, that button there controls the lights underneath the shooting deck, just for service. These top two are for powering up my arrow LEDs. There's one on each side and two out front. This is what it looks like from the top. Again, that's just the arrows. And I believe those are my Viugreums. And I believe I'm turning on all of them together here. I believe so. The Viugreums do have a yellow film on them in this particular video. You're going to probably see another update coming up here. What has happened is the LED lights themselves have been updated with a 3M VHB tape and a vinyl track, which allows me to use a solid plastic lens. And this is way more useful than the film material. You'll see it in the video coming up here. I have bought all these anti-fatigue mats at Menards. They are 3 foot by 3 foot, and at the time cost $18.99. These things are excellent. You can just pull them in and out, wash underneath them. Absolutely the best money spent. So what you have here is both the DC and the AC lights are on. The DC arrow lights do not have a film on them. They are the 100-watt Halo series. The Viugreums are the standard 50-watt warm white Viugreums, but with a yellow film on them. That yellow film is good. I find, quite honestly, the amber film is better. This yellow film is on there just because I wanted to make sure I give it a thorough try. Now I just switched off the arrow LEDs, and this is just the DC Viugreums. These lights I set up by using a lux meter, and that lux meter could tell me exactly where the brightest light is and how to even it out. What I'm going to do now, I believe, is just the opposite. I'm turning on the DC lights and then turning off the AC. So these lights here, again, are just the arrow LEDs. Arrow really produces a nice LED fixture. Very happy with this. These are some inexpensive eBay, supposed to be amber driving, or amber single row spotlights. They're actually more of a greenish color. They're fantastic though for driving down canals, so you don't disturb people in their house. But yet you can see everything in the canal, any obstructions in the river, that kind of stuff. They're great for putting along. In years past, I used to have one large LED light bar, and I used to use that for when I was up on plane. And quite honestly, it didn't work out depending on how fast I was going. So what I did is I took two smaller tri-row LED bars and set one up for, you know, just driving along, and another one for being up on plane. So there's two different angles involved. It really helps out at night. So if you got a load of fish and you're just sort of, you know, the boat's carrying a little heavier in the back end and your nose is pointing up, at least you have two different angles to choose from. And the lights themselves are just the standard 6,000 Kelvin super bright white lights. Both are operated from a 12-volt DC battery. So at the end of the night, or when you're done doing whatever it is that I want to do, I'm turning off my inverter. So all I have to do is come over here and I push that circuit breaker, which disconnects the current. Now I no longer have current running to the inverter. Power's completely off, completely dead. You know, in short, I made this video to help others build even better systems. I really like what I have done here, and even since I've run this footage, I have since even improved this. So you'll see more to come. Thank you.